Well, it's been a while, and clearly I've forgotten how to podcast. Welcome to the return of the Captive Raptors Podcast. Thank you all for bearing with me while I am 2 minutes late, but I got in about 10 minutes ago and I haven't turned my laptop on in months and I was logged out of everything and the lighting's all messed up, but I don't care. We're here. I don't need this because I haven't got a guest today. We're just doing solo. Can everyone hear me okay? I'm going to go through the comments in a minute, but I'm just going to see if everyone can hear me okay. So if everyone can hear me okay, just comment now, just so I can see. And then I'm going to continue the podcast as anyone could. Loon, Lighting was on point, to be fair. No, I'm too washed out. But anyway, shut up. Okay, first things first. Shout out to Mr. Scandinavian Guanas because it's his birthday. Thank you for being here on your birthday. Appreciate it. Happy birthday. So before we get into a little bit of a Q&A, let's see who's here. So hello, Ben. How are we doing? Rep Chat. He had Michael on yesterday. If you're interested, go and check that out over on the Rep Chat channel. Hello, Fee. How are we doing? The Audatria Project. How are we doing, my friend? I'm not going to say it, but I already knew. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Okay, bam. What's good, Tree? Touch. How are we doing? We've got 25 people in chat already. I appreciate the love, and I haven't eaten today, and today has gone to absolute pot. But I appreciate you all for joining me on this Sunday evening, and hopefully for the inevitable. Hello, Dan. Hello, all. How are we doing? How are we doing? Hello, Matt. Thank you for tuning in. How are we all doing? Everyone's Sunday evening is back. Hello, Viv. How are we doing? How are we doing? Serenity Dragons. How are we doing? I need to blow my nose. I'm gonna have to mute this mic in a minute. I'm going to just do that now. Welcome back to Solo Sunday Mess, everybody. How do I mute the mic? That. It's all right. We'll just edit it out. No one will know what happened. How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? Mr. Scandinavian, how we doing? Have I got everyone? Jay, hello, Jay. How you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming. Thank you for tuning in and spending your Sunday with us. Hello. Gary, the man himself, is here. The Sunday crew is here. Dendro, hello. Where is he? There he is. Hello, Dendro. How are we doing, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. Mr. Reptiles and Research himself. We can tell it's the return of the podcast. We got royalty turning up. How we doing, Liam? Hope you're well, mate. That's everyone. Michael is here. I didn't even get back to you, Michael, so we'll run it on the next one. It's my evening's gone to pot. It really has. But we'll get into it. Hello, Jonas. How we doing, my friend? How we doing? Riddler's here. I'm here with the family. I promise I'll watch it. As if. How we doing? What's going on? Paul's doing a Riddler. Paul is doing a Riddler. Hello, Bailey. How we doing? Congratulations on today, Bailey, for you. 27 people in chat. Like and comment, everyone. How we doing? I think that's it. Oh wow, there's still loads of comments. Jesus Christ. I'm also not used to using a Mac because I've switched over to Windows. Not in my personal life. But anyway. Have I missed anyone? I've even got everything booted up. I mean, I can send you a link, but I don't know how it'll work. Let me send you an invite. I'll send you an invite, and if it goes wrong, hang on, everyone. We're doing this whilst live on the internet because I'm very, very underprepared. So we're gonna get into it, and we can iron out some kinks together. So there we go. That is now sent. Hopefully, I didn't leak your email to everybody in the world. Okay, that's sent. How was the conference? It's one of the questions that come up. Hello, Amy. So I have a bunch of questions, and if there's any other questions, 31 people. Wow, people do miss the podcast. Hello, Interpret Exotics. How we doing, my friend? Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. 31 on the stream. Yeah, people miss it. People are here for it. So the AHH was part of the is part of the questions that I was asked, and it is one of the questions. So I'm just going to get into them as we start speaking about stuff. And excuse me snorting or sniffing because things have been going wrong. But let's start with that then. Let's start with how was AHH? Well, ignore that. How was AHH? AHH was good. I said goodbye to my granddad on Friday, and then I went straight to the AHH convention. So for me, it was very bittersweet because it was quite emotional. I had a lot on my mind, plus obviously I was working there as well. So it was very much I needed some time to grieve, but I didn't really have it because I went straight into reptiles. Everything was reptiles. And then I had some more bad news on the Sunday, which just really rounded the weekend off. So how was AHH? I'm sure for most people it was great. For me, it wasn't the best, but there were some really good, interesting talks on gut loading and feeding. Obviously zoo tour, which was quite cool. But yeah, I wasn't really there. Let me put it that way. So yeah. Any other questions before I get going? I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it. This is welcome back to Solo Sundays. 34 people here for this mess of a human. I appreciate and love you all. Yes, Hazardous. How are we doing, my friend? Thank you for tuning in. So next question. Just rolling on with it. Sorry if the Sunday news was me. No, it wasn't. But that was sad. But it wasn't you. No. What's your electricity cost? Lots. I don't know exactly, but several hundreds of pounds. How am I finding the new job? So you've probably seen the thumbnail of this. We might as well get into it now. I am no longer an electrician. I've officially finally quit. I am now the brand manager of Habitat. Go figure. Job's going well, but I just want to kind of iron it out. That's why I want to address this one first. Ideally, I want to try and keep Paul Burrows. Hang on, I can see Michael. Paul Burrows and Paul's monitors and Paul Habitat as just different. I want to kind of just, I don't want the three to be. I want the three to be separate. I don't want the three to be together. But obviously, I'm going to be the face of Habitat and the face of Paul's monitors, and I obviously am Paul. So it's kind of hard. 38 people. Wow. I'm going to get Michael in, and we're going to get back into the Q&A. My entire collection runs off 400 watts. What about yours? What are the watts of the patio heaters you've got? Mango has more than 400 watts alone. Mango has nearly 300 watts of just LEDs, let alone she has 100 watt of UVB, she has 254 watt, and then she has 50 watts worth of heating plus pool heating. So Mango alone is 500 plus. Right, Michael, hello.
Yo.
Oh, I need these on.
Oh, that's very zoomed in.
Michael's going to probably disappear. Maybe not. But Michael is potentially going to become a co-host of the podcast. And for the podcast that he's not co-hosting, he's going to be behind the screen and sort of play around. So he's going to be a bit of both. But I'm not sure exactly how this works. And we were supposed to work it out, but I've had a bad, long day. So we're just probably going to, if we can't work it out really quickly between the two of us, then we're just going to have to scrap it and sort it out.
Yeah, no worries.
But I know I can do this. And then obviously people can still hear you, but they can't see you. But I don't think you can click any of the things, can you? And bring
I
them
can
up.
mute myself and stuff like that.
Yeah, but you can't bring comments up and stuff like that, I don't think.
I can
just click a comment and highlights.
No, I think you would need to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe that Michael is actually Paul. I don't know what's going on. Michael would have to host it and bring comments up, etc. Can I not just give him my login and then he'd be like in the back? I don't know. I'm not going to do this whole podcast, everyone. Don't worry. We're going to get more into the questions, but this is my life.
Fine. I've got my computer set up as well.
Yeah, I don't know. Straight from Lizard Porn to Paul's podcast. Wowzers. Is it my voice that gets them going again? But yeah, I don't know We might just have to play around. We might
I've
just
had
have
to
to
go
play.
into my spare room to get the computer to have a look. But
I'll send you my login details.
yeah, I'll try that.
So I don't know if I can even remember them. I think we're just gonna have to pin this and do it on the next podcast.
No worries.
Okay, well that was Michael, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.
Bye. Anyway, I'm back. So that's a little spoiler for you. So we're upping the level of the podcast with the new lighting, and we're gonna be getting a bit more behind the scenes, and we're going to be bringing a co-host on some other stuff, and we're also going to just not do monitors anymore. We're going to be a reptile podcast, and we're going to talk about a whole bunch of manner of species and creatures and stuff like that. So all right, let me do that. I hope the habitat makes an appearance at Ham, as there is no reliable vendors of them there, and they are well loved here in Germany. I hope you make it. I appreciate you. Maybe you never know. You might see me over there. I can't comment on it because I don't know. Can't you just give him sort of admin rights or whatever? I think so, but I don't know. Don't give him any rights. He's Scottish. I think they have their own rules up there, to be fair. Yeah, he can log in as you, and then would invite you to each episode each time. You can't both have full control. Oh, good to know. Big visions. Hello, Gorilla Little Dade. Oh no, spoken like a true Englishman. Would you co-host with Michael and bring a third guest on, depending on the species? Yeah, so basically, it would be myself and Michael as the podcast, my podcast, Michael co-host, and then the guest. But some guests, Michael won't be on the camera. Other guests he will. So, for example, Michael has a guest that he wants to bring on, so it'll be Michael's podcast, almost me as a co-host, just on my platform. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, it's just gonna be a solo. I haven't even had dinner. I've had no food at all today. That's probably why I'm so grumpy. So for the most part, I'm not being on here that long, so we're not having a free for all. Nearly 40 people. Wow, I've missed this. Congrats, thank you, Stuart, mate. I hope you're all good and well. Thank you. Reptile Tech Advice Podcast. Yeah, pretty much. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, if you bomb the sounds of it, Michael, you need to invite me. So I need to give you login details, and you invite me to every podcast, and then that way I can do it on my phone, and we can have a better camera. Wow. Great idea for the whole co-host here, and opening up more reptiles. We'll be focused on lizards. No, we're going to have pretty much everything. So we're going to do reptiles and amphibians. We might do the odd like random episode, like big cats or whatever. I don't know. There is no roadmap. I'm very ADHD and very fluid as an individual. Why is he back? Why are you back? Do you want to come in? No, he's not. No. Okay, fine. Right. I just need to. I haven't sent you the login, Michael. No. Okay. But oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're not gonna forget about the amphibians, Ellie. Don't worry. Yes, we will have inverts on. It's gonna be majority my interests and then Michael's interests. But like I've just got a new species of lizard. If you're on the Patreon, you know, and they're not varanids. So I want to guest on about those because I think they're great. So I want to guest on about those, for example, but they're nothing like monitor lizards. So I'll have a guest on about that because it's my interest at the minute. So that's kind of where the podcast is going to go. Paul, the truth of the story is I have one species of gecko now. That's it, which is Stenodactylus. Because, again, I don't mind getting deep because I've not really healed, but kind of healed. Why the podcast took a hiatus was sadly my granddad passed away ages ago now because the funeral took so long. But it's really knocked me for six and I'm a bit everywhere, and then obviously with the new job and a few other things that are going on in my life as well, like there's a lot going on, so I just was like, no, I'm not doing it. I've been terrible at replying to comments. I haven't been posting on YouTube. I haven't podcasted. The only time really that I actually got a time to myself, because I've been working 7 days a week at the minute as well for the last 6 weeks. It's been a lot. So I I haven't podcasted, so today I've decided to podcast wedding planning. Yeah, I'm not going to get into that on here. But yeah, so I've just decided to take a break from life, and now I'm back. But the podcast isn't going to be every single week. It's probably going to be 2 to 3 weekends a month, and I'm probably going to have at least one weekend off where I can just be a fiance to Fee, because I'm realizing a lot more that time is very precious, and before you know it, you're gone. And as much as I love and adore all the 37 people here that are watching this, and all the people that are now watching it after this, I love you all, and I'm really appreciative that you will give me the platform. And obviously, this platform has enabled me to get the job that I now have, and I'm so grateful to all of you. Once time's gone, you're never getting it back. And it's important to spend that time with the loved ones and the things that you love and adore. So I'm not going to give every single Sunday to the internet anymore, but I am going to give 2 or 3 guaranteed every month. You can have 2 or 3 podcasts from me, even if they're just me and Michael bouncing ideas off each other, or just sort of a solo Q&A. I felt right that the one that I'd come back for would just be a solo, and I can just address the elephant in the room. Not meaning the weight that I've gained, but geckos. I sold all my geckos because when my granddad took unwell, I spent a lot of time off work, and I was a self-employed electrician, so I wasn't working. I wasn't earning, so I sold pretty much all my geckos because I didn't want to sell any of my varanids or anything like that. You okay? So yeah, I didn't want to sell any of my varanids, so I sold all my geckos just to sort of fund the time that I had off work. So Paul's geckos is in the bin, but we have a new species. Serenity Dragons, I appreciate you. Yeah, missed your face. I missed you too. I missed you all. Thank you very much, Mr. Serenity Dragons. I appreciate it. Everyone go and check them out. They're doing good work with the Cresty scene, and Joanna, the Salvatore, is possibly one of the most social lizards on the planet. So check out Serenity Dragons. Massive, massive fan of theirs. They're a big fan of mine. Mutual love and respect. Check them out. You coming up? Fees loitering in the room below. Check your payment options. How weird, might not work at all. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so that's where I've been, everyone. Oh, the mini fridge. Yeah, I think thanks. I should probably have eaten before I did this, but you're making me dinner. This is why I'm marrying her, everyone. She's the best. I've had a bad day. Got Straforus. Yeah, Bailey's got some good stuff going on at the minute. I appreciate it. I don't know what's going on. There's so much going on. So yeah, but that is where I've been, and that is why I have not been on here. So I appreciate all the kind words, everyone. I meant to ask when I saw your story, but which of the 3 miracle babies is for sale? All hail Queen Fee. Yeah. So the middle one. So Solly I'm keeping, and Squid I'm keeping. The middle mangrove is for sale. So if you're in the UK and you want a captive mangrove, then let me know. How's Raven getting on, and how are the 3 mangroves? Well, that kind of fits perfectly, doesn't it? Raven is doing great. I adore my little black. Oh, you've got Hazardous has said, "All hail Queen Fee." But yeah, so Raven is doing great. I've been interacting with her a lot, and Raven is, it was really, really weird actually. So myself and Matt went to Chris Applin's house, and Matt went to get a couple of yellows, which he's posted now. This is all public knowledge now. So Matt went to get a couple of yellows off Chris, and I went with him just to check out, myself and Chris are friends, and I just wanted to check out his collection. And he's like, yeah, come up and spend the day. And Chris allowed, obviously, me and Matt into his room, and we checked all his animals out and just nerded out and talked monitors, and it was incredible. And then he was like, I know you've wanted a black tree for ages. And I'm like, yeah. And he stuck it in my hand, and he was like, I've got some for sale. I was like, Chris, I've got no money. And he was like, oh yeah, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I was like, I have some Gillenite for sale, so I'll have some money soon, but I have no money now. And then he was like, yeah, mate, like, I can reserve it for you. And I was like, I appreciate it. So he reserved it for me. Anyway, long story short, my granddad decided to take ill like one day after I brought Raven. And I could have done with that money. But it's weird how the world works, because that lizard's almost saved my life. Like, being able to sort of spend time with her and interact with her, and just take my mind away. And, just because she's so gentle and she's such a dream, as Michael's saying. She really is a dream lizard. She's a great great animal, and it's been so important to me to be able to like lose myself. And with such an animal that I've, when Solly hatched, I was so elated and so, oh my god, a mangrove. And Raven is very, very close second. Like Raven is possibly my second favorite animal in my room. Like she is really great. And the captive mangroves are doing well. All eating, all feeding. They all have different personalities, which is incredible to see. My granddad came back in Raven. Huh? It's weird because all the mangroves kind of happened around the sort of that time, outside of Solly, obviously, who was born last year, and then Raven came like the day before. Or Squid is still super chill. Squid still feeds from my hand. I haven't been doing as much work with Squid as I wish I had, but I have been very, very busy. My man Gary, part of the Mangrove gang now. Thanks for your mangrove. No, anytime, Gary, I will hook you up with a mangrove advice forever. I appreciate the super chats, guys. I've just bought some new lizards, so I'm bankrupt anyway. But on that, and the job, because it's all in theme, so I might as well speak about it now. The new job obviously is it's longer days, so I have less time to be present in my room, and I'm very conscious of becoming just a maintenance keeper, like going in, changing water's feed. I don't want to become that. So a few animals will move on, and I'll probably drift towards species that require less human intervention. For example, my toad-headed agamas. You don't have to do anything with them. Feed them, clean them. You don't have to do much with them. They're happy just to be toad-headed agamas. But some of the monitors and the Varanas, they kind of want or need that higher level of interactivity because their brain is so constantly going. I appreciate you stopping in, Jay. Thanks, mate. Got to shoot. Daisy's just got here. Dance, peace. Welcome back, Paul. Thank you for tuning in, man. Thank you for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. I'm reading comments whilst trying to talk. But yeah, isn't it amazing? Melanistic variants of animals are so majestic. I don't think they're melanistic. They're just black. But I know what you mean. You're referring to yours, but I think they just are black. Don't lose the Gillens. So the Gillens are staying because I come to this conclusion that what setup are the new animals in? Oh, I've still got the rats in my freezer. So I've come to this conclusion that some animals I'm happy doing nothing with. For example, the Gilleni, I'm happy just to sit back and watch Gilleni. Same as my Ackies. Same as the toad-headed agamas. I'm just happy to sit back and do nothing with them. So Fee doesn't like the Gilleni. So that's fine. But the tree monitors and the Indicus types and the Timors, for example, I feel guilty when I do nothing with them. So it's like, and also as well, like I want to keep the 4x4x6 for Kermit and Kada. That's a massive enclosure that Kada's years away from going in there yet because I'm slow growing her, but that's how I want to keep. So these bigger species they're so hard to keep, and we might end up moving closer to where I work one day, and it's hard to find a space with so much space. So I've got a lot in my brain, and I'm moving more towards species that are a new challenge. Like these species that I've just got are going to be an incredible challenge, and it's going to be good to keep me engaged in keeping. And it's also something completely different I've never owned before. Send me the Timors. I would if I could. You'd take them. You can have them. I don't want to sell the Timors. I don't want to sell the Timors. I don't want to sell anything, if I'm honest. I'm really happy with how I am with my room. But a couple of people can offer better than I can at this moment. So I'm gonna make some hard calls and finally listen to my gut of keeping less in more. But the Gilleni are going well. I have 2 holdback babies that are completely unrelated to my group. I got a new male. So my male is going on breeding loan with a good friend. My big male, who's fathered all my babies, so he's going on breeding loan to a friend. My new male comes in, breeds my 2 females. The 2 females aren't the mother to the 2 babies that I have, but the big male is the dad. So then those babies will be completely unrelated as far as Audatria go to my babies, and then I can continue to produce the high patterned, high purple Gilleni. So Gilleni are going well. I have 2 clutches in the incubator at the moment, but they're from the big male, so those ones will all be for sale when they hatch, if they hatch. And then the next clutches, I'll probably just keep all of them. So yeah, I don't breed crickets inadvertently. I keep crickets and the crickets breed, same as the locusts. I keep them and they breed, but I don't breed them to do it for the sake of doing it. And again, I would love to send you to Timors, but it's impossible. But I'm trying to keep the Timors. I'm trying to get it in my head that they don't need me. So we'll see. What setup are the new animals in? They are in the new setup that I got. Does that make sense? The 4x2x3. The 4x2x5. It's not 3. What's going on? I'll babysit Raven for you. Michael wants Raven. Don't worry, Raven's staying. Raven wouldn't go anywhere. Raven is staying. Get rid of everything except my anthems and my mango. It's hard. It is hard, but I'm an uncle. It is hard, but sometimes you have to make these calls. So next, if you built a dedicated reptile building, what features would you add into it, i.e. sink and light? So we at the AHH, we listened to, because London Zoo Reptile House is open now, and we listened to a zookeeper talk about how they built that. So pretty much that, all the irrigation, all the air conditioning. So you could basically climate control each individual enclosure and plummet is what I would do. I've always sort of said on here, don't buy something that doesn't fit in your room, like I've done today. So they might have to move into another room of my house in the summer. But I've also thought of some clever ways that I can manipulate my room so it works into my favor. So I would just effectively have each area, so you can have each enclosure dialed into that species. Is all I would do. I'd think about the species I want to keep. I would divide it up, and then I would have a cooler room, or and just make sure everything had plumbed in water, so you can just drain everything. That would be incredible. Who was your first monitor? So in life, I had a Savannah or a Bosque monitor called Rex a few years back now. That was my first monitor. And then out of my room I have now was a Laszlo, the little disabled Aki that we have, was my first monitor. So I started off with a Savannah when I was about 22, 23. I'm nearly 30 now. So 8 years ago. I've kept pretty much everything over the years, but monitors are one thing that I've never really bothered keeping, even though I've always wanted to, but I sort of spoke about it on the Animals at Home podcast. Everyone was like, no, you can't get monitors. They're too hard. So I just kind of drifted away from them. And that's why I'm a massive advocate for get what you want, not what people tell you, even though sometimes you shouldn't get a croc monitor as a beginner species, but I digress. If you had to rehome all your monitors but one, who would stay? Mango. Easy. She's just my soulmate. And then outside of Mango or her two devil children, Raven would probably be the one to stay. So yeah, Mango, then Raven. How was AHH? We kind of spoke on it. I was sad, but it was really good. I'm looking forward to next year. It's a long weekend. It's very tiresome because it's lots of talking, lots of networking, and then you don't sleep because you're all talking about monitors. But it is great to sort of meet up with some people and nerd out about monitors, reptiles. It is good, and it's really got me this year's has made me really want to push better for my tortoises. ReptiChat's just done a video on his tortoises, and that's inspired me too. I've got a couple of ideas in my head what I want to do. Probably hit up Bailey's backgrounds, to be fair, to build me a custom viv. But yeah, so it's really got me thinking about tortoise nutrition. Then I got me into my bug nutrition. I'm keeping my bugs under UV now, because it's proven that bugs will synthesize UVB the same as a reptile will. So it's effectively gut loading just by sticking a UV tube on your bugs. So I'm big into that and gut loading. So I'm dialing in myself and Mr. Scandinavian Goannas. We talk a lot about weird mad scientist stuff, and the guy's a genius. Tortoise is just a tortoise. I'm not going to get the tortoise. I've got no money now. I bought these new lizards, but we always talk about stuff. Sort of both our brains tick in similar frequencies but differently, so we bounce ideas off each other. And I'm very grateful for his sort of knowledge that I can sort of pinpoint and pinch from. So it's really cool to actually sort of divulge and come up with ideas together. And that is the biggest thing about this hobby, is sort of enjoying it with other people, and that you can bounce off each other. Have a chat with Elena about tours. Yeah, I was. And she did, and she was. I have that. That's in motion. Yeah. But how are we doing, mate? You right? But yeah, we were. So yeah, and she was also the person that sort of inspired me to do better for mine. Where was I? How have you been finding your reptile room since rearranging things and downsizing a little? Um, I've had a lot going on, so I've not really had time to sort of sit back, but it is nice now that my room is a bit more spacious, even though nothing's changed and I've added a much bigger enclosure. Um, I think it flows better. A few people have had people over. Some people say it's more crowded. Some people say it's more open. So it's quite interesting. I have a bunch of friends coming down on Friday. So again, they'll see downsizing. I've sold the geckos and a few other bits, but then I brought 2 new lizards. So yeah, it's more enjoyable. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I'm also very grateful for where I am. So I'll kind of leave it at that. It does say downsizing a little, to be fair. If I said a bunch, I didn't mean to. Thoughts on experimenting with different feeder insects? I think it's great. Again, at AHH, there was like, Michael, please correct me because I missed that talk. Was it 10, 12, 15, 18 different types of feeder insects? So it was pretty cool. And I want to look to get more into stick bugs and katydids and a few different cockroach species. So I definitely want to, and I want to get into grubs and worms because of these new species that I've got as well. So I want to really, really up my feeders this year. We're getting messages from a lady asking about leopard gecko setup and care. I know the basics, but which one of you with more knowledge wants to volunteer and tribute answer? If Gurr is still here, send them Gorilla Days way. Is that food? Thank you. All right, I'm gonna eat on the internet. By the way, what have you made? Wrap. Oh, thank you. No, that's okay. Fees come with the goods, everyone. So we're going to eat and podcast together because I don't care. This is like Sunday hangout. Paul, have you missed it? Serenity Eye, 3 leopard geckos, 3 years now. Yeah. So at some point, we're going to do a Crocodiles of the World meetup. Oh, it's quite hot. I'll wait. We're going to do a Crocodiles of the World meetup. Obviously, everyone is more than welcome to come, and I probably will post about it. But at some point, we're doing a Crocodiles of the World. So we can try and get that sorted out. I use silkworms feeders for the first time today, trying to add variety instead of locust and cricket. Yeah, it is key. You can come. Of course you can come. You're like my favorite person on the planet, so of course you can come. So I've had quite a few questions asking me, and I appreciate every one of you. How are you doing? Literally worded exactly the same. How are you doing? Question mark. Yeah, sadly I live on this stuff. How am I doing? I'm not doing great. I've been better, but I also have been a lot worse. I'm very busy, which sometimes I'm grateful for because it keeps my mind off things. And other times it sucks because I don't have a chance to sort of process what's going on. I need to be here because this lighting's better there. I don't have a chance to process what's going on. So I'm quite numb a lot. I'm experiencing grief properly for the first time, which is pretty weird. And like I keep saying to Fee, like it's mad because my whole life's been, and so have many other people's, not just about me, but I'm talking about myself. So many people's lives have been changed drastically from the passing of a loved one. Then literally the next day life goes on. It's like, and I can't wrap my head around that. It's really weird. Yeah, it is really weird. And I was there when my granddad passed. I watched him pass, which was a real weird experience. And appreciate stopping in, Ben. Yeah, it was really weird, and it kind of plagues me. I'm laughing about it because it's just stopping me from crying, if I'm honest. But yeah, it's been weird. It's been weird, and I've not really that was ADHD then. Sorry, everyone. My grandma used to always say, "The world always carries on around you." Oh wow, it's very true, mate. Yeah, it's been weird. It's been weird. I'm not, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that everything's okay, but I've been a bit away with the fairies and sort of sat with myself a lot and kind of realizing what I need to do. I went to the funeral of my best friend's dad last year. This stuff takes time to sink in and causes all sorts of weird moves. Yeah, it's been up and down, mate. It's been up and down. I'm okay, but I've had a lot this year, like a lot, and it doesn't seem to be easing up. So, who knows? But yes, for those who ask how I'm doing, I'm surviving. So thank you. You have a tortoise, right? Do you follow the higher UK standards with the weeds for food? I do have a tortoise. We have a Turkish spur-find, Testudo Ibra, something like that. But regarding watching a loved one die, honestly, speak to someone, a professional, the right one who can help you process it. Yeah, sadly, my therapist moved away. But I have thought about it, mate. I just need a little bit of time to sit with myself. I'm very fortunate that I've done a lot of work on self-love sort of since my whole depression days. So I know it's not self-aware of me to say I'm self-aware, but I like to think that I'm self-aware. So I sit with myself and I think with these things. But I'm not scared to sort of reach out to get help if I need it. So I do appreciate the comment. But yeah, our tortoise gets a range of salads, but I'm looking more into tortoise nutrition at the minute. I'm not so much part of the clicky tortoise group. I know the UK do have clicky tortoise groups that I'm not necessarily a part of. But we try our best. If I'm honest, I could probably do better, and that's why I am going to do better. But as I sort of always have said, it doesn't matter where you are as long as you're planning to go that way. Then, obviously there is a limit to it. You can't just be like, yeah, I'm planning on upgrading these, and then you never do, or you prioritize other stuff. Like today, I could have used the money that I got today to fit out Kermit's enclosure. But I didn't. I brought some new lizards because I was sad, but also they're really cool. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be on a high horse because I'm not. We're all human. And Fee did say to me, she was like, "Are you buying them because you're sad? Or are you buying them because like it's the right thing?" And we sat and we spoke about it, and she keeps me in check, and I'm grateful for it. And she was like, "Yeah, it sounds legit. It's not just sad, but being sad is probably at the top of the list." So, yeah. You have Fee by your side, mate. I'm sure you keep going on the right path. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Gadget's fine, Paul. Things get better. Yeah, time passes, and it gets easier, but not always. Grow some weeds. They thrive on neglect. I need to just throw some seed into a couple of my enclosures and then just like leave them to grow. Find the world moving slower and slower until something comes along that sparks the feeling in mate. I find the world moving slower and slower until something comes along that sparks that feeling in something or someone else. And I know what you mean. I've been finding myself getting lost in pockets. I find myself getting lost in pockets of serendipity. Like I came in from a long day just now, and the two new lizards were just out. I was like, "Oh my god!" Like that, I was expecting you to be tucked away and hidden, and they were just there, and they're stunning. And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, in that little minute, you're just nothing but present, and you're there, and you're in the moment. Nothing else matters, and it's only a minute. But then if you hold on to that, soon enough, the next one comes along, and you just go through little moments in time, like one by one by one. That's for Gary. I'm in the same boat, brother. Sadness made me buy another lizard too. Yeah, I'll send you the videos of the new lizards in a minute. Well, if I forget, just message me because I will forget. Right, everyone ignore me because I'm going to eat, but My beloved made me a wrap. Mm-hmm. This is a terrible idea. So, next, where are we at? Do you get a fancy new desk and chair at the new job? Yeah, I do. Yeah, not that I'm in it much. What's your go-to arid plant? To be honest, in the arid enclosures, I don't have any plants. So the honest answer to that question is, I don't know. I don't really have green fingers. I'd like to become more of a botanist, but I don't really have the greenest of fingers. This new species I'm going to get a whole bunch of new plants for. Oh, she put bacon in it as well. Oh, she's a babe. I'm going to get a whole array of plants for and get deep soil, but aloe vera, I don't know. I don't have it in there. I'm sorry, everyone, but not really. I don't really care. What would you miss most about quitting? Good question. I will miss the building industry humor, because on building sites you can kind of say what you want and almost get away with it, and I'm a very dry joke, deadpan, straight cut kind of individual. So on a building site sometimes it gets me in trouble, but other times it's like really funny and that's good. And I think as well I'll miss job and knock, so finish at 12 and that's it, you're done for the day, paid for a full day. I'll miss that. But I've never enjoyed sparking, and I don't worry, Paul, you still have a version of that, yeah. Viv, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I will forget. So just send me a message and I will reply. But if you ask me to do anything, I will forget. Today, I said to Teiid, don't let me forget, because my son, he's just got a new Pac-Man frog. It's called him Big Boy. Super happy with his Pac-Man frog. Don't let me forget. Feeding tongs, bugs, and calcium, because I need to take it to his mum's house. Do not let me forget. Teiid texts me on every WhatsApp, Facebook, text me the list. What did I forget? All of it. All of it. So I will forget. I hate it. I'm not trying to be rude. But if anyone wants anything from me, you message me, because I will forget. Just like I forgot what I was just speaking about. Oh yeah, building industry. No, it's gone now. It's gone. It's gone. See, here we go. Don't worry, still got Riddler. We have got Riddler. Why do you think I'm eating all this protein? Huh? You know what's like funny, yeah? One, I'm eating live on the internet, and I still have 32 people watching somehow. But I used to be really, really skinny. Let me find a picture. I've got a picture on here, right? I'm going to show you all. So I used to be really, 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 really skinny. I don't worry, Mr. Scandinavian Granite. I've not forgot. I've told Fee. So it's in her head. Okay. I need to get some for myself. So when I do get some, I need to get paid first. But when I get some, I'll send you some. All right. I haven't forgot. So I used to be really, really skinny. But always, the point of the story is, I always have had a dump truck. Always. Even when I was a tiny shell of a man. Now, I've got a bit of timber on my bones. It's just got worse. So this was me in 2019. So it's not even that long ago. Okay. Can we all see? It's a bit blurry. Come on, focus in. That's your boy. So as you can see, oh, we're blurry now. we've ruined everything now. But as you can see, okay, I'm back. This man ate this man. Okay, so I used to be in shape. I used to have one of them pack things, and this was a tough mudder. Shout out Ben. You know, I was fit. I was sexy. Okay, all this chub. It's all, you know. I can't show this one because I'm semi-naked. Yeah, I can't show that one. I can show this one. I'm going to zoom into my face because I don't want my child's face being in it. So this was 2020. So only 4 years ago. Have you seen this man? Huh? Yeah. I've almost doubled in body weight. That's how much weight I've put on. Massive. So yeah. I looked like that when I met her. Yeah. Fee's trying to kill me. Fee's still sexy. I'm just chubby now. Naked, I'll take that at the DM. Hang on, let me find it. I'll actually send it to you. I'm not naked, but not for the internet. But I don't care because I was in shape then. But anyway, I kind of liked you better. So yeah, long story short, I was in shape, and skinny, but I was also quite. I was unwell. I've bowel disease, so I put on a lot of weight, which is I was probably about 2 stone. I was probably about 2 stone too light, and now I'm about 4 stone too heavy. So I've gone the opposite way. Yeah. Should I move the mic away while I eat? I did think it was a bad idea. Let me finish this one, and I'll reheat this one in a bit. ASMR, baby. So yeah, I put on a lot of weight. I don't know what the point to the story was. What was the point of the story? I don't know. I forgot what we're talking about. I forgot what we're talking about. Do the Timors act like tree monitors, or are they more classical Dactria? Oh, bum. Oh, thank you. Yes. Anyone got his address? They need to phone 99 if needed. So, metric system G. I don't know what's going on. What do you want? KG? Pounds? I was 2.8 my biggest, now I'm 167. Right, let me convert it for everybody. So, hey Siri, what's 9 stone into kg?
Here's what I found.
Oh, for God's sake. I don't even know why people tune in for this. 9 stone. I could do it with my ego being stroked. Why does everyone tune in? So I was 57 kg. Or I was 126 pounds. And now, oh God, I can't believe I'm revealing my weight on the internet. And now I'm 220 pounds. Whoop whoop. Or 15 stone 7. 54 kg. And I was small, Matt. Yeah, but you can't be much over like, what are you now? High 70s, maybe? Anyway, I was tiny. Even your Siri is British. That's too much. What? Hey Siri. What nationality are you?
You'll need to unlock your iPhone first.
Oh, mate, come on. Hey Siri. What nationality are you?
Sorry, I can't do that.
Oh, well, you made me unlock my phone for nothing. So he probably is British. And it's still more interesting than True Tales. I'm only 9 stone at the minute. And you're like 6 foot plus. But yeah, I mean, you know, you can't see it because the laptop screen's there. Anyway, all I'm going to say is Fee's a lucky lady. Because your boy's got back. And depression. It's true. It's why I left True Tales. I couldn't be bothered to deal with Riddler anymore. And yet we still have 31 people here. I'm here for it. Love you all. 127 kg. I wish I was lighter. Well, I have time. So I was gymming for about a year. Went to the gym every day for a year. And I didn't lose any weight. I gained a substantial amount of muscle mass. And Fee was like, oh, yeah, your arms are massive. Yeah. But then I also was never seeing her and I was never seeing my reptiles. So I quit the gym, saw Fee more. And she was like, oh, your arms are tiny. I'm like, stabbed in the heart and you're to blame. Viv's too busy conquering all the hobby. Viv's always got a new animal on the horizon. He's worse than me. Every video. Upgrades. New lizard. Or animal, whatever. I see you on your story the other day, Viv. You're like, what do you want to see? Build for a new rare animal or something like that. I'm like, what's he buying now? Anyway, so I've always had a back. And then I got fat. Oh, I'm not fat. I call myself fat. I'm not fat, but I am fat. I'm morbidly obese on BMI. But yeah, it's crazy. I got a 2XL hoodie the other day. You know, from fat. And the person I was with, I feel so much better after food. I'm instantly just happier. Also, as well, can I just put it out there on the internet? Hangry. Yeah. I've never experienced being hangry in my entire life because I was always really skinny, and no matter what I ate, I didn't put on weight. Thanks, IBD. Great. Bowel disease. Do what I want. But now I'm fat. I still have the bowel disease, so it's kind of, you know. Anyway, being hangry, I experienced it once before in my entire life, and that was Fee. We were in Barcelona, and we've only known each other for about 4 months. And she got really grumpy out of nowhere. And I'm like, what's wrong? And she's like, oh, I'm just hungry. And I'm like, I couldn't process it. I've never really experienced it. Now, your boy's thick, not to be confused with not intelligent. I get so angry. Well, I haven't eaten. I'm like, anyway. I don't know why people are here. It's because, you know, is there a weird kink for like slightly chubby, really white British people that like monitors? Right. I bet I come across like the most fun at the party. And then the people that are in my immediate circle are like, yeah, he's always sad and depressed. What's kink for everything? Well, I mean, Riddler has followers, so there must be. My wife scares the shit out of me when she gets the rage. Hanger is a real thing. I'm always sad. Oh, wow. William's come here to change the tune. I appreciate you, William. Thank you for stopping in, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Moving swiftly on. I haven't got many questions left, by the way, because I had like 10 plus people ask me how I'm doing. Yeah, it's true. It's so true. Oh, we've dropped below 30 now. People aren't here for happy pill. I think it's my ancestry. I do have UK blood. You know, all them years ago, when Riddler slipped into my poor DMs, someone make a note. 55 minutes and 30 seconds. Send this to Riddler. All them years ago, when Riddler slipped into my DMs and was like, "Oh, Paul, I want to get rid of Ragnar and I want to be a royal breeder." And I was like, "Come here, young child," even though he's slightly taller than me and a year older than me. Anyway, I was like, come with me. I'll show you. He's like, oh, two Ataras. Oh. Anyway, I'm sorry I did it to everyone. This is my fault. I did this. I'm not proud of it, but we're here now. So, yeah. So the key is to that, Michael, there's a new monitor every 24 hours and then everyone wins. Unlucky for me, Matt. It's not even a monitor. Yes. Probably from Matt. So, yeah, I'm pointing like he's in here, but he's not. So this... Beckerai, my favourite tree monitors. I think I prefer them to Prasinus, if I'm honest. Beckerai is sick. So yeah, Reaper will be coming. Oh, I need new names for the new lizards. Reaper will be coming. I need to find out the sex of Raven. Hope she's a girl, but I don't know. But yeah, so I will be getting a opposite sex black tree for Raven at some point. And if Raven's the boy, then Reaper will become the girl. Yeah, anyway. Right, where we at? The weird Greek beard uncle your parent... What? The weird Greek bearded uncle your parents say don't stand... Oh, say don't stand too close. Yeah. Oh, wait, was it just me? I don't know what's going on. All I know is the man didn't know what Tuatara was, you know, and I've allowed that to be in my social circle. Annoying question, problems, already answered a million times, but do you think that any new tree monsters could be in your future, or is not? Okay, Joshua, I'm going to be 100% real with you. I have contemplated a lot, completely selling everything and only keeping tree monsters. I really have. So I'm definitely going to get a partner for Raven. I also might end up with a trio of Prasinus one day, because I have a huge enclosure, so why not? And then the other species, Matt has an incredibly sexy yellow tree, female, or hopeful female, and it's amazing. So would I own a yellow tree one day? Yeah. Chris Atpin's yellows were also out of this world. I did prefer Matt's female, but you know, negligible. Outside of another green female or a black, I probably won't be getting any for a while. But I wouldn't be opposed to yellows, but the chances are no. No new species, but definitely more of the species I have, if that answers the question. I can't believe you got so excited about getting some Crested Geckos. Damn it, man. It's supposed to be a Patreon exclusive, man. What are you doing? We don't have the funds for sustaining that level of friendship, Matt. Yeah. Gecko Gang. There's the answer. Yeah, kind of, yeah. And anyone else got... I've got like 3 more questions on my phone, then I'm going to eat my wrap in peace. But if there's any other questions, then feel free to drop them in now. I know it goes, come home to proof of Joanna being a boy smeared all over the wall in the fifth. It's not fun to clean up. That's a weird kink. That's a weird kink in itself. Video fee. He'll send it when you send a naked photo of me. He's swapping his new animal for baby Cenas next week with me. I'm definitely not. If you want some crested geckos, Matt, I'll swap you some crested geckos for your Bracinas. Yeah, cool. But you've got cresties, yeah. Cresties for everyone. Mental, okay, wow. I'm behind, but yeah. Brazingari, incredible. Yeah, Matt and Michael, to be fair to them, they were like, oh yeah, yellow trees. And I was like, yeah. And now Michael's like, black trees are kind of cool. And I'm like, yeah, yellow trees are kind of nice. But blacks and greens are real close for me. Bohemii are quite nice because they're like a black tree with just yellow spots. So Bohemii are quite nice, but I imagine if we do ever see them in the UK, they're going to be stupidly expensive. But Bohemii are cool. Blue trees don't really do it for me. They're nice, don't get me wrong, but they're bye. But I wouldn't be opposed to Rizengari. But they're just so expensive. Like, I'd rather buy a black tree and have like £1,000 change than buy a stupid yellow tree. Swap your black for a yellow. Swap a black for a yellow. He might. I'm talking about blues now. They're rubbish. Not Xena though. That's my baby. Blue gang, not for me. Matt, blues are bottom tier. See, Michael's all like, oh, black trees now. To be fair, Fee, Matt's yellows are nice, and so are Chris's, but Matt's female yellow is like out of this world. Some yellows are worse than greens. They're literally like, I don't I don't even know how to explain it. Close though. Fee's out here stirring pots. First, she doesn't like Gilleneye. Yellows and blues top tier. I mean, we can argue until the cows come home. Like, it's opinions, everybody. Forget Prasinus, Scalaris. Oh, I'd love Scalaris and Similis. Similis are, they live in my head rent free. Joanna is a boy. What else are we on about? Yellows are like greens. Blah blah blah. Is there anything interesting in here? Think hit the mute hammer might need to come out. Clean chats. If I was to buy one, it would be Prasinus. I've got a dozen crested geckos looking for new homes. I'd trade for Beckerai. I'd trade a dozen crested geckos for Beckerai. How is your Beckerai hunt going? What is it about blue trees that you don't like? I like blue trees. They're just my least favorite tree monitor. I don't like Asian water monitors. That's a lie. I do. But like, as for pets, Asian water monitors are like, for me, and Niles for me are the worst pet monitors that you see, just because of what they require. It doesn't mean I don't like them, just of what they are and what they demand. They need more. I really like blue trees. I think they're great. I think I like the size. Matt's female is a stunning blue. She's Will Exotics' male blues, really nice. I do like them. I just probably would never ever own one because it's like I'd much rather a green and a black, like a long shot more. But I'm naturally drawn towards green and black animals. So for me, the problem I find with this tree monitor stuff, I know everyone's joking. Like, no matter what, everyone's like, no, these are better and these are. They're all stunning. They're all incredible, and they're all the pinnacle of monitor keeping. Like, everyone that's interacted with a tree monitor is like, they are amazing. I just much prefer the green and the black ones. So, yeah. Found some wild caught for way too much. No caps better male. Our mate Matt, he's got loads. I'm trying to not swear on the pod anymore, but for those watching audially, that doesn't make sense. For those watching visually, I can beg to differ on that statement, but that's personal preference. No, because you know yourself how much space, time, money, energy, effort it takes. If you can do that, cool, but they are terrible pets because of what they require. Exactly the same as mangroves. They're terrible pets because of what they require. Just more people can do mangroves than Asian waters, and not a lot of people can do mangroves. And that is the reality of it. Doesn't mean they're bad animals. They just are bad pets because you generally have to give them a palace, and most people can't. So I stand by my point, and I think you agree too. No, I don't think they're not. I just know those two animals in another home would be still the shit, but not being taken care of properly. Yeah. That's why I'm so fussy on who I'm letting to buy a captive mangrove, because it's like, no, you can't take care of them. To be fair, I swear a lot. I'm just trying not to. We're trying to make this PG. Yeah, I like all monitors. There's not a monitor I don't like. It's just, I prefer others, some more than others. That's all. I don't know who is a. I'm trying to think who breeds black trees in America. America. Oh my god, Matt Cosman breeds them, didn't he? I mean, I'm still not cheap, but Mike has been working a long time on Simus. Not available. Have you heard that? Mike? Have you heard that, Mike? What? Has he? I mean, that's fine. I was speaking to Mike the other day about coming on here. I didn't know he launched a podcast. I'd love to go on Mike's podcast. I'm inviting myself. Look at me. No, I didn't know that. And thank you for telling me, because that's pretty cool. We make sure that I'm a listener. 100% agree with Paul on this one. They do make terrible pets. I tell everyone I asked. You get to it's the same as mangroves, and they're tiny, but they're terrible pets. Terrible. If you're buying a mangrove, you've got a screw loose. Gary. I matter how hard I tried to warn that man off mangroves. He's still here. I'll go on this one too, Paul. I'm assuming that laughy was not to what I just said, because I've just said it. We have the funds and ability to do right. Most people don't. And apparently, oh Jesus Christ, Gary. Not gonna. I was tempted to buy the wee mangrove, but I already agreed to the Beckerai. You don't. You've already got a Nar to deal with, so you don't need that. Yeah, your new Viv is incredible. Yeah, 10 out of 10. Sick. No, I get you, Paul, but I sometimes think, is it worth it? But then I get the best 10 seconds interaction. But I'll be completely honest, you'll get that interaction with. No, before I say this, I'm not saying this is you, because like me with Mango is going to be the same as you with Diesel, right? Okay, so just preface that. But you'll get those moments with no matter what you keep, in different ways, and different strands, and different feelings, and different thoughts, and different motions, and different perspective, because of different species. You'll get that no matter what. Just with Salvatore, it takes a lot more to do them properly. Am I blurry now? It takes a lot more to do them properly. Like tree monitors, you will never get an experience like the tree monitors. You can house 2 or 3 tree monitors in the same area that it takes to house 1 Salvatore, and that's giving tree monitors a palace. Admittedly, again, same for me with Mango. Like Mango's enclosure of Mango is good. It's not amazing. It's not great. It's good. But if I put a tree monitor in there, it'd be amazing. If I put Gilleneye in there, it's going to be incredible. So there's always perspective on this sort of stuff. You want another yellow face, and you can swap it for the Priscinas. Yellows and nuts. Joshua, yes, sir. I love the new pod. Uncle Mike is awesome. Well, is it officially out? I've got some news to share with it as well, but to be fair, I'll share. So, some people from work, because it's not a secret. He said to me. But anyway, some people from work were at NARBC, and they bumped into Mike, And they were like, oh, like we work with Paul. And he was like, oh my God, Paul, I love your stuff. And he did like this little personalized video for me and sent it to me. And he's sending me a little care package that I haven't got yet because they're coming from the people from work. So when they get back to the UK, it needs to get sent to me. And I was like, oh my God, like this is sick. And it made my day. And myself and Mike have sort of liaised through comments and live videos, but we've never actually spoke. So I sent him a message, so obviously to say thank you and stuff, because I've always liked his stuff, and he's all, he's without disrespecting, I'm going to say grandfather in the space, but I don't want to make it sound like, But anyway, Uncle Mike, he's a plethora of knowledge and a wealth of knowledge. And I spoke to him about coming on the pod, and he was like, "Yeah, I'd love to." And so I need to sort it out, and I'd love to have him on. And it's super great that he's got a podcast on because the man's got so much knowledge, and it's important to get this stuff out. So if he's got one, that's sick. I'm looking forward to sort of keeping up with that. What's going on? I'm quite far behind now. Thinking about how many species you could keep instead of an Asian watermono. See? Got to get out of here now. I'm glad to hear you didn't quit this. Congrats on the new job, and my condolences for your loss. I appreciate you stopping in, Joshua. Thank you very much, my friend. Not podcasting next Sunday because I'm going to be a boyfriend, and it's the first weekend me and Fee have had off probably since we met each other. So I am completely and utterly Fee's this coming weekend. But outside of that, I'll be back the weekend after. So see you then. I'm thinking about the size of Viv a water monitor would need. Yeah, but I have the water monitor. And it's like I'd never let him go. Okay. Yeah, that sort of stuff lives where rent free in your house. Mike is there. Shit. I talk about you anytime. I can't. I talk about you anytime in conversations. Love you, Gary. You're the best. When will you talk David Kushner to come on? I'll take the night off. He signed the lace poster, so if I send him that and then say, "You remember me?" Because I met him in person at the conference last year, and he signed it, and then he was like, "Also, Reese, I'm bone to pick with you, and the bone is, where's the message? I'm the bad replier." We'll sort it out next time. It was a bad my end. But yeah, so when I met that, I was like, "Oh, can you sign this?" And he was like, "Oh," because he's a painter, obviously himself. And he was like, "Oh, I don't want to sign it because it's not my art." I said, "Literally, just write on there, not the painter." And he was like, "Yeah, all right, cool." So he was a super cool guy. I've manifested sound for years. It was never a rash decision. I'm gonna eat this over a wrap, everybody. I'm not even sorry. You missed all the depressive talk, Reese. We're a mess together. I will mute you and leave. Mute who? Mute me? Can you mute me? Oh, did we hear that? Oh, it's all gone to pot. Do you want me to autograph Ravens? You can if you want, mate. I don't mind. Paul doesn't have the tech skills, so I do it either. Can you even mute me? What is even going on with this? All I know is I'm eating wrapped on the internet live. Oh, that was disgusting. I'm glad they're doing well for you, mate. It's always a stress, so I'm glad they're doing well. Don't do that. Give me the wrench instead. I want to feel. The problem is with Michael, power does go to his head. He doesn't hide it. He's very open about it. I don't know how he does it, but he worms himself into these little situations, and then he gets himself power, and then that's it. All hell breaks loose. Anyway, Timors act like tree monitors. Michael's just leaving for Timor talk now. The Timors act like tree monitors, or they're more classical Datria. Timors are a weird one because Michael's been doing really good work with his trio, which is my old trio, but he didn't get them from me. And all of them tongue feed now, and the male's really social. I say social, but comes out and bits and bobs for food and that. All 3 of my babies tongue feed, and they're always out, which was a complete opposite experience to what I had to the trio. They're more Audatria-esque in how they behave. And they act more like Tristus, which I know is an Audatria, but they act more like Tristus than any other monitor that I've kept. So I would say Tristus and Timors are very similar, but obviously every animal is an individual. And every animal has different personalities. But the trio that I have down here, it's looking like a trio, it's looking like a 1.2. They're pretty good. And it's the same as when I had Glowerty, the Kimberleys. From a baby, they were great, but I've never really got on with adults. When I've brought adults, other people have imprinted them. But the guy I sold my adult pair to, or my sub-adult pair to, he's doing really great with them. And they go out to his arm. So it's all about, I think it's always about the keeper as well and how much time you're willing to delegate to that animal. I have a lot of animals that I have to delegate time to in order to get to the situation where they're super social. And I just much rather delegate that time to squid and my tree monitors. So the other animals, they don't fall behind, but in sociability, they fall behind. But yeah. My male is pretty tree monitor-like. Appreciate stopping in, Jonas. What's going on? Paul can give me a wrench. It's his channel. I can't do it here, I don't think. I think I have to go onto YouTube and do it. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I can only delete, put user and content, but Michael's here for the Timors. So yeah, they're more Audatria-esque than tree monitor-esque, I've found. But Gil and I find, especially as babies, I find Gil and I act more like tree monitors. Because they have the prehensile tail, they jump. Yes, I did, Gary. What's on? I can come on for 10 minutes or so now. Is that come on or come in the chat? What was it? 55? Minute 55, everyone? Ridley needs to go back to that. Was that it? I can't remember. Jesus Christ. I'm big as that. Pretty much, Riddler. It's been a hangry Paul eating wraps live on the internet. And we've had like 32 people in the whole way through. It's gone to shit now. But I'm here for it. I'm not gonna be long myself, to be honest, but I was gonna say you're not coming on politely. But anyway, Snookums. No, I think it's just gone to shit because I just started eating wrap and chewing in the microphone. And I don't think it's the kind of ASMR content people are here for. But I also don't really care. It's my channel, I'll do what I want. Well, yeah, Gil and I are pretty cool. They act just like tree monitors, especially as babies. The adults can be a bit boring, I'm not going to lie. They're cool when they're out and about, but because it's colder at the minute, they're just like... So they are a bit... But the babies run around and they jump and they're pretty active. I enjoy Gil and I like Gil and I. Fee doesn't, but she likes the new lizards. So that's all that matters. Mike! How are we doing, Mike? Personally, this is the content I pay for. You don't get stuff like this on the Patreon. This is only live for the YouTube. Go back to minute 55. I'll be waiting. I missed something, didn't I? Yeah. So, there are no Scalaris in the UK. People are breeding Scalaris in Europe, but to get from Europe to the UK, you need Teids. And because of Brexit, that's a pain in the ass. So, yes, I would love Scalaris because they're also very similar to the Timori, Tristisi. I was saying to Michael, I can imagine now, like what's the guy's name? He's an Australian YouTuber. Oh, it's gone now. Either way, he's got 4x2x4s, and he has Scalaris, Tristus, Gillanai, and Glauity, I think. Glauity, whatever you want to say. And it's incredible. But I would add probably Timorensis into it, and I know you don't have those in Australia. Oh, my hair looks kind of nice, you know. But yes. No, Riddler. 55 minutes. I think it was 55 minutes. I think it was 55 minutes. 55. Minute 55. Not 1 minute 55. Minute 55. 55th minute. Yeah. 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 Anyway, what else is going on? Benio Scalaris, yep. There's bad boys. I don't know what's going on, mate. Michael threatened to mute me for questioning whether he Michael just lets the power go to his head. That's the problem. No Riddler. Oh, minute 55. This is literally the reason I left True Tales. Like, you just can't do it. Anyway, I have one more question. So if you have any questions, drop them now, because we're wrapping up in a minute. Oh my god! This is just a mukbang. This is a live mukbang. Huh. Who knew? Please stop eating near the mic. So, the final question, everyone. Would I get a quince? The answer to the question, disgusting, is I'm sorry about that, everyone. Would I get a quince? So, yes, if I had the space required for a 6-foot arboreal, fossorial, terrestrial, aquatic lizard, which I don't, but I think they're cool. They're the more social Indicus species. But to be honest, I think Indicus, I think that's good enough for me. I think I'm just going to stick to Indicus. Mango, Solly and Squid, and then if Spec's a girl, great. If Spec's a boy, then we might have to sell Spec. Spec is a really high yellow mangrove that I have. Gillanai lame. Should I skip Gillanai and save money for Becco? I'm going to mute my mic and take a bite of my wrap. I'm back. So, Serenity. Rough ballpark figure. How much a Gillanai in comparison to black trees, because over here, Gil and I are 300, black trees are like 1,500, so there's quite a big difference. Flabbies are pretty cool. You have flabbies in the States, no? GIS Herb? He does flabbies, no? Shout out again. Happy birthday, Mr. Scandinavian Guanas. The trio I've got all high yellow. So, with Spec, I don't think Spec is a Solomon Island. Okay. Standard. There is something different about Spec. She's not just a high yellow. I'm hoping there's something very different about her. And is that for CB Black Tree? The 2.5. But yeah, there's something different about Spec. Very, very strange. So fingers crossed it's a girl, because then I can kind of breed it to one of the captive boys. So, Dan makes a good point. Gil and I, you'd want more than one. It's true. So 2 Gil and I for the same price as a black tree. Let me put it this way. I would rather 1 black tree than 25 Gil and I. Raven is my second favorite in my entire room. I would say for the black tree. 100%. How about if I lick the plate when I do the wrap up? Anyway. Dendra needs a new name. I was thinking Morph, since I already have Xeno. Kai Islands, yeah. Kai Islands are the like, people that don't know, big round spotted blotched. They're pretty cool. Spec's not a Kai Island. I don't know what Spec is, but Spec's something unique. So the camera never picks her up, never does justice. When people see her in person, they're like, oh my god, it's the same as Kada. She has bright yellow throat, but you don't see it until you see her in person. I'm gonna send you these videos now, Dave, before I forget, because I will forget and you'll forget, because we're both that kind of type of person, toxic. And then that one and that one. I think it's them two. Is it them two? Who knows, mate? Them two, I think. Oh well, you got 2 random videos now. Also, Riddler, you've not checked the chat, so I'm going to send you these as well. Just because you're one of them that you never really go back through things properly because you're a terrible friend. So I'm just going to send you them now. No, you want Mitchell and Dan, much more manageable. I would get the black tree. If I'm honest, Raven is hands down one of the best animals, if not the best animal. Raven's a better animal than Mango. It's just Mango is very much like my little baby. Yeah, Riddler, you've got until Friday to get Crocs. And like I say, if you think I won't turn you away and film it, you are mistaken. I have another suggestion. Fee, this is to the council. I can lend you a pair of Crocs that I never wear, and you can wear them, and then you can come in. I've got new Crocs in the mail. I'm in need of some. I saw someone the other day who had like a khaki camo, just all green, but it was like a khaki camo green. They were proper nice. I need a Mike's to buy Mertens. It would be. Wait until he does a Similis. Similis would be cool, even though Mertens are sick. Michael wants coming out as well. Looking at new Crocs earlier. When Fee's sad, she She gets Crocs. And when I'm sad, I buy new lizards. Snow camo. Green real tree, baby. They're my go-tos. Wear these things everywhere. Gonna get married in these. Riddler. Do we need any special drinks in house? Fee goes over the top. I think, by the way, Friday's turning into a bit of a party. Riddler. Me saying this now, Dan's inviting himself. You know he is. So let's just say Dan. Riddler, Dan, Bailey, Neil. I think that's it. Yeah. It's just turned into a bit of a party at Paul's. Yeah, I mean, 25 people in chat. Man, it's mad. We'll just be rambling about random stuff. Appreciate you all tuning in. You know what? I had this weird feeling. I was gonna be I'm there. I had this weird feeling that I was like, oh, no one's gonna tune in. We had 40 people at one point. I love you all. Thank you. I'll have a coffee of any sort. Or fizzy, like Coke or something. But I don't want to impose and be that guy. Don't worry, Dan literally comes in, makes himself coffee, sits on the sofa. Yeah. It is not. It is not. I'm not opposed to going into it, but I'm not going to go into it. But let's put it this way. I've decided to chase passion over money. The amount of people that say, do something you'll love, you never work a day in your life, and all this other stuff, and you listen, get a job that you enjoy, get a job that you enjoy, get a job you enjoy, blah, blah, blah. So I'm trying my absolute best to make do. But it's a drop. Yeah. I'm happy to go how much and stuff in the Patreon or whatever. Which is not on the internet, but it is a drop. I'm not gonna lie. I just am chasing passion, and I'm hoping that I can make a difference with this job role, and that's why myself and Fee and I thought about it long and hard. Purely because of that looming thing that always is money. And worst case, I go back to being an electrician. It's not. But now, if I breed reptiles, the money that I breed from reptiles probably won't be going back into my reptiles. They'll be paying for the stuff. They will be going back into my reptiles, but a lot of my electrician money went into my reptiles. Now, my job money won't be going into my reptiles. So all of my reptile stuff has to come from reptiles, whereas before it was 50-50. 50% my money, 50% the reptile money. But now pretty much everything that goes into my reptiles is from reptiles. So lucky I already have animals that breed and stuff like that. So yeah. Matt, I think, is busy. Yeah. Unless you can come down Thursday, Matt. Right, we'll talk about Luke's Aid now anyway. So, yeah, I live on this stuff. Luke's Aid need to sponsor me. Crocs need to sponsor me. That's about it, really. So, yeah, I'm going to start wrapping this up. About an hour and a half. That's good enough. I thank and appreciate all of you for tuning in. I love every single one of you. If there is anything you need, drop it in the chat now. Or anything you want me to answer, anything you want me to talk about, drop it in the chat now. Otherwise, I'm going to go and see Fee for a little bit because I've not seen her at all really this weekend. And after the day I've had, to be honest, I could do with a cuddle. But yeah, so the podcast, like I say, Michael will be coming on as a sort of semi-permanent, not permanent co-host, and knowing me, I'll probably last 3 episodes, and then I'll just go through another one and maybe get Matt on instead. But yeah, the podcast is going to be 2 to 3 weekends a month. I will be having the odd 1 or 2 weekends off. So the podcast, there's not going to be no schedule. It will just be when it is. So just keep your eye on the Instagram stories. And like I say, we're planning to diversify into multiple different species, bringing it up a bit, leveling it up a bit, making it bigger, better, cooler. Hello. Thank you for tuning in, Ozherp. How are we doing? So yeah. Just tuning in, commenting some more of these. Yeah, this is just a ramble shit show, me eating a wrap, but the podcast is coming back. And I have a YouTube video out ready for next week as well. It's a terrible one, but I just threw it together. But yeah, and then I've got to go and get raccoons out of the house next week. It's baby season. I don't know why, but in my head I read that very American, as in it's baby season. I'm not going to try and do it on here anyway. Yeah, definitely, mate. I probably don't head home as much as I should. Baby raccoons. Send Fee some pictures and she'll return it with Paul's monitor nudes. Right, you two can talk about yourselves. So yeah, we need an Uncle Matt. I'm hoping to do a monitor dreams soon. I haven't spoken to Matt or Michael, but hopefully I can do a monitor dreams soon. And then I probably will get Matt back on at some point, but monitor dreams kind of covers it. It's easier to do monitor dreams, and everyone seems to like the monitor dreams. I do want to get just got here. What did I miss? You missed me. Little to no skill. Cool name. You missed me eating 2 wraps ASMR on the mic. Get a little bit sad about the passing of my granddad. Tease that on my Patreon. There's me getting new lizards. And I quit being an electrician. I think that's pretty much it. I don't think there was more than that. But yeah, and the podcast is going to return 1 to 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 to 3 weeks a month, and it's going to become a multi-species random stuff with a co-host with Michael. So I think you're doing some. Luke said, "Yes, thank you, good sir. Sorry to hear about your granddad. I appreciate the comment." And Luke said, "Just a bit of a shambles, really, but you know, we had people tuning in for it. Part of the community, Sunday gang." You know what's weird as well? I know there's people here watching this. I can see it. I can see you all. I can see the numbers. I can see it's interacting. But the reality of the situation is I'm just sat in my loft alone. I'm just here by myself, like talking to the internet. A day in the life of Paul. Yeah, pretty much. We just explored what it is to have ADHD. So yeah. But anyway, I am going to go. I never do go. I just always like wrap up. And I think my lights are still on, so I'm going to go and see my new additions because the lights go off in about 10 minutes. So I'm going to go and see my new additions one last time. You're never alone. Creepy. Also mysterious. So yeah, please everyone, leave a comment, leave a like. It helps the algorithm. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you don't have to, but the Patreon. Oh, we didn't even do it. Oh no, and I haven't updated it, so we're not going to do it. But the Patreon, I didn't do it at the start, so I'm sorry. There's a couple of people on here. I haven't updated this in ages. We have a bunch of new ones now. Let me find it. So if you do want to, I know we do this at the start, but you can tell I haven't podcasted in forever and a day. So, if you do want to see a little exclusive content, for example, on the new Reptiles. So since I last podcasted, we have had, I'm sorry if I pronounce anyone's name wrong. Tim Stahan, Viv Visions, TT_5991, Zoe Simpson, Alexis Coble, Adam Carsley, Fiona Hill, Buddy Upson, and RDJ Reptiles join the Patreon. So shout out to all of you. So yeah, if you want to see like a bit of exclusive stuff, a bit that goes behind the scenes, then feel free to join the Patreon. Link is in the description. Every single tier is the same. It's pretty much just the private Discord. From £1 a month, you can get the same access as everybody else. There's no like hidden stuff. It's pretty much just the Discord. Where all these beautiful people discuss random stuff. Michael pretty much runs it. Somehow the man's got power everywhere. And I turn up every now and then. That's pretty much what it is. So, yeah, if you're interested, join. If you're not, don't. But, yeah, you can comment and like. There's nothing that's free. I don't know what's going on. Is this the new lizards? One of them injured Fee. She got gashed. Bunch of naked Gary. There is a bunch of naked Gary on the Discord, and I might even post a naked picture of me. Needs to be updated. I did read your name out, to be fair, but I did just say that. So I don't know if you're tuning back in, and if you are, I'll let you off. If you weren't listening, then that's on you. But yeah, since the last time I did a podcast, I've had like 7 patrons, so I appreciate you all. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Much better option than sailfins. Yeah, I might even get some more if another female comes up or any other species come up. I want to see if they posted any today. Who knows? Anyway, I am gonna go. Just missed the whole thing. My bad. No, it's fine. I did read your name out. And I did say, what the fuck is Discord? Discord is a bug. It's a chat app. I don't know. There's a bunch of people that talk about lizards on it. I've never had it before. Apparently, it's cool. I got it. People seem to like it. So, yeah. Anyway, love you all. I don't know how to end these things, so I am just going to end it. See you in my YouTube video next week. That's probably going to be out on Thursday. I don't know. Keep your eye on the Instagram story. Thanks. Love you all. Bye.